Sally and Jake are in the garden, riding up and down on their seesaw. Harry is in the garden too, making something. The children wonder what it is. It looks like a bird table, says Jake. Harry comes out with a cushion.
Oh, that'll do just fine,
he says, and puts it on top of the bird table. Sally wonders whatever he's doing. The children are very curious. Then Harry comes out with an old hat. It looks as if he's got something in it. Sally and Jake get off their seesaw to go and look. He's got some balls in the hat. Sally takes one out, so does Jake. What are these for? Jake asks. But Harry's not saying. He walks to the bird table and puts the hat on top of the cushion.
Oh, there we are,
he says.
all ready.
All ready for what? Asks Sally. Jake wants to know too. Oh, please tell us, Harry, the children ask.
Well, I'm getting ready for fair,
He says. Oh, is the fair coming again? Says Jake. Sally's delighted. Are we all going? When? She gets very excited.
Well, it's a secret, but we're going tonight. Only you're not supposed to know. So don't tell anyone, will you?
Then the children ask what the bird table's got to do with the fair.
Bird table?
Laughs Harry.
It's not a bird table. It's for practicing.
Practicing what? Sally wants to know.
Practicing for coconut shy,
Says Harry.
You know, there's a lot of coconuts stuck up on poles, and if you knock one off with a ball, you win a prize.
Oh, so we're going to pretend your hat's a coconut and try to knock it over? Asks Jake. Then we'll be able to knock the real coconuts down at the fair.
That's it, lad.
Harry nods.
Quite right. There's nothing like a bit of practice. Now, ladies first, Sally. Off you go. Just throw the ball at the hat.
Sally doesn't think she'll be any good at it.
Try,
Says Harry.
Have a go, lass.
So she throws the ball. It bounces off the mound and almost knocks the hat off the cushion. Harry laughs and laughs.
Oh, bless your cotton socks,
He says. Then Jake has a throw, but his ball misses the hat. Sally thinks she's lucky. Granny comes out,
Me next.
says Harry, and he throws. His ball misses his own hat, but knocks Granny's off instead.
Gee. Oh, I'm sorry, Granny.
Harry says, picking her hat up for her. But the children think it's very funny. So does Granny, really.
Oh, no harm done.
She smiles. We were just practicing for the... Oh, dear, says Sally.
Harry Hardcastle?
Granny says. Have you been giving secrets away again? Trust you.
Well, I just thought if they did a bit of throwing, they might win a prize at coconut shy,
He says.
Well, that's all.
He looks at the children.
Come on now, let's be having you. Practice makes perfect, you know.
So Sally practices again. And that night, when they get to the fair, she does knock a coconut down. I've done it! I've done it! She says. Hooray! And the man gives her a coconut as a prize. So Jake has a try. And he knocks a coconut off too, and gets a prize.
Up my go now.
Says Harry.
Just watch this. I'll show you a thing or three.
He takes careful aim, and then he throws the ball as hard as he can. It bounces off one coconut onto another. Harry's delighted with himself, and everybody laughs.
Well, well,
Chuckles father.
I've never seen out like that before.
Says the stallholder, and he gets Harry a special prize. Some goldfish in a bowl.
I knew it was me lucky night.
Harry says. They all stand round wondering what to do next. The children think they'd like a ride on the swings. Granny and Mother decide to go and see the fortune teller. Oh, just for a bit of fun, says Granny. Father looks at the fortune teller's tent.
Oh, load of nonsense all that,
he says.
You ought to know better.
Sally and Jake have a great time on the swings. Backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. They love the fair. All the noise and lights and music. Then they see a roundabout. "Let's have a ride on there now," Sally says. So off they go. Granny and Mother come out of the tent, giggling. Sally and Jake are enjoying their ride. Sally gives Harry a wave. He's holding his goldfish and still feeling very pleased with himself. When nobody's looking, Father nips into the fortune teller's tent too. It's very dark inside. Harry is still watching the children, making sure they're all right. The gypsy fortune teller gazes into her crystal ball. "I can see a little shop," she says. "And 2 children, a boy and a girl." Harry's decided to have a ride on the roundabout now. Father comes out of the tent looking very surprised and hoping that no one has seen him. But Granny notices him and laughs. So does Mother. "You told us fortune-telling was a lot of nonsense just now," she says.
Well, it is,
Says Father.
Yeah, the gypsy told me I was going to have a little shop and 2 children.
Mother laughs again. Fancy that. Then Father asks Granny what the fortune teller had told her.
Well, she said I was going to do something nobody else could,
Granny says. Harry joins them and laughs at the story too. The roundabout stops and Sally and Jake get off. Granny starts telling the children about fortune tellers. They pretend they can tell you what's going to happen to you before it does. While Granny's talking, Harry creeps away. He wants his fortune told now. The gypsy asks him to choose a card. He picks a bad one.
"Oh, dear,"
says the fortune teller.
"you must be warned. You're in great danger."
Poor Harry.
"Take care, me dear,"
the gypsy says.
"Be careful where you tread."
Harry comes out of the tent looking very worried. What can he do? Father says it's time they were thinking of setting off home, only he doesn't know where Harry is. Then Harry appears.
"Where have you been?"
Father asks.
Just buying some toffee apples,"
Harry says. Granny sees a test your strength machine.
"Just the thing for Big Harry,"
she says. What have you got to do? Asks Jake.
"Oh, hit that knob,"
Harry tells him.
"as hard as you can. And if you're strong enough, a bell at the top will ring."
They look at the bell.
"Oh, it's very easy."
Go on then, Harry, says Sally. Show us. So, Harry takes a big wooden mallet, like a large hammer.
"Are you ready then?"
he says. Then he swings the mallet over his shoulder to hit the knob with all his might. But he misses the knob and hits his foot instead.
"Oh, go! Oh, so that's what the gypsy meant. Oh, look, so..."
he yells. Granny can't help laughing. Then Father has a go. He hits the knob, but not hard enough.
"Oh, what about Granny?"
says Harry.
"You show us how."
Granny can hardly even lift the mallet.
"I can't,"
she says.
"It's impossible."
Try, Mother says. After all, the gypsy said you'd do something no one else could. Granny laughs.
Oh, so she did.
And she leans the mallet on the knob. The bell rings, and rings again, as Sly hits it with his tail, several times. I think fortune tellers are very clever. Don't you? He says. Almost as clever as me. And he goes back to sleep, pleased with himself and purring.
Sally and Jake and their mother and father and Granny and Sly the cat and Harry too. All of them live in a village called Himmeldale, where there's always lots of things